Hey guys, so a lot of things changed here on the 55. Well, not a lot of things, but kind of a lot of things. Over here on the side, I got my new ziss moving or bubble bio moving filter. As you can see, I have a little median there knocking around. Got it from Aquarium Co-op here on the 55. Just as I like the all it's knocking all the it knocks all the bacteria around and makes it basically to where only the strongest bacteria survives, and also giving a good bit of aeration going on in there for the tank. That's why I replaced it with the black filter I had on that side. It's doing great. I really like it. I don't know if you guys can notice or even notice, but the light that was up here, basically this one, the shop light, kind of got some water in it, so yeah, I'm out of a light on this side. Even with that being said, the sword plant back there is growing really nicely. Convicts have done their damage here. They were going in a frenzy, digging, making holes everywhere. Mainly this guy, and there we go. Oh, she went that way. That girl back there with him. Yep. There she goes. And let me see if I can find the reason why. There we go. I don't know if you guys can see him. Yeah, they got some fry in there. They've been breeding. So, that being said, all these little fishies bring big responsibility because, or great, I don't know. I can't really take a video back there. There's a massive hole that they've dug back there. Doesn't really do it justice. There's all my at first it was the duckweed that was clogging up the tank. Oh, here we go. There's that little guy that you guys may or may not have noticed. My endelchiri butcher. Polypterus endelchiri. And then there's the senegalus up there. He's getting nice and big. Still doing great. The convict. She had a fry with the bigger black convict, but none of them happened to survive. There was a good 4 or 5 that got a good size, but then I'm not really sure what happened. So this go around, I'm thinking about getting a breeder box. That way everybody stays around. Oh, here's one of the clownfish. There's the biofilter with the power head doing nicely. Oh yeah, what I was saying, all that has built up around the filter inlet for the for my canister filter down there, my Aquatop. That being said, it was at first all duckweed, but then a couple of leaves came off of that Java fern, probably the one that was behind this one, and I don't think any of the ones on the tree fell off. But anyways, they've all been there for a couple weeks, and they are having some amazing growth. Like, I don't even know how, but none of those leaves were in there and that long when they got there. Like, they've all grown on there. I do need to clean it out, but I've been just seeing what kind of goes on, because I like it makes it to where I know it's not going to suck up any fry or anything like that, so I think that's really cool. He just likes hiding anywhere. He likes that little spot. He likes hanging around in the moss up here on the tree, which is also starting to grow nicely. Getting a lot of its green back. A lot of it had died on that limb, and then of course on the tip up there. But it's, I don't know if you can tell, but it's starting to get some green. It's hard to tell because of all of that I got going on back there. Needless to say though, all of that is a part of my media basically. Like, I don't like getting rid of that backside because all that good bacteria that lives on there, I don't know, I've had a good result, and so I always keep my front glass clean, the side glasses, but my back stays that way, and I don't know, I basically have the tank for me, so I don't really mind it. But yeah, this might have to go. Kind of over the duckweed. The reason that light ended up being in the water was because I had to sit it in a certain way so that it could light through the duckweed. That being said, after about 2 months in, water started getting into it, and yeah, now it, let me see if I can get it to turn on for y'all. See that it's very dim, and that's about as bright as it gets, which is a lot brighter than it was when it first came out. But look, you see, it gets dimmer as I leave it on, and there's moisture in there and stuff. Haven't really taken it apart, haven't messed with it, just kind of, because either way, I mean, the duckweed's there, so until I get rid of it, there's not really a point of trying to light that side, because I was thinking of some, underwater LEDs, but it's not gonna fly for the plants I got in here, and got more coming in. As you see, I got some dwarf baby tears I left in the basket in there. Not really doing the greatest, but I bought that little case. Got a couple of oh look, there's the Monte Carlo that was on the hill before. It floated up, and a lot of it is back there in the corner, just kind of growing. I've also let that grow out so that I can just plant it whenever I'm done. Kind of over the convicts too. I forgot how much of a little bastards they are. In the nicest way to say it, because let's see, where's the fry? There's some of them back there. Some of the fry just hanging out. I'm about to feed the tank here. It's been a couple days. Try to do it every 2 or 3 days. Feed them, just because I do tend to overfeed, so it gives them plenty of time to eat what's there. Sorry about the quality, y'all. It's coming from the phone. Still got a couple of my snails, as you can see up there. There's that loach again. Loach number 1. Loach number 2 likes to hang out back here. There's another snail. I don't know where the other loach is, but he likes to be in this little corner. I don't see him. But there's the one. Actually, I know where he might be. He might have transferred to his old hiding spot. No, he's not back there either. Or in the cave. Nope. Oh well. You guys got to see one of them. Including the fry that are back there. Oh, here we go. Can't really tell, but that's all the fry back there with Mom. My senegalus, always happy as ever. That's he's getting kind of big after about 5 years. Let me see if I can put him up. There we go. He's getting a good size. Yeah. Especially if you look at him beside the convicts. that being said, that being the big convict. But yeah, Java ferns growing nicely. The Christmas moss kind of fell off, and somebody, not gonna say who, but somebody from sitting up there so much made it bald, and now it's all sitting over here in the corner. And what you saw, the snail sitting in, like more Christmas moss that fell off. So do need to get some more of that. Gonna get some more of the S reppins so I can dig these back in once they're done. Actually, I think they might be done digging around, but I'm gonna leave it like that for now. They got some deep roots though. I don't know if you can see in there, but they've got some deep roots that I like. Definitely getting more of that. Gonna get some bronze Wenties. I think that's what it's called. Cryptocarn Wenties, something like that. Two of them right here, and then maybe two to a third one over here. That way, so that it blocks, this side, the middle's a section, and then they have a section over there. Just so it gives a little bit more room, so that nobody's getting bullied, by the convicts while they're breeding, and also while they're, just being assholes, especially during breeding time. They go after everybody. They've been going after that guy, the big guy, especially the loaches. Everybody goes after the loaches just because those guys don't really do anything. She has mellowed out a lot. She was the terror of the tank for a while, attacking everybody, even the snails when they got close to the babies. But now she's just over here in the corner being the one that's also getting bullied, because those two are a couple now. But yeah, I like the way that sword, how big it's gotten. I'm planning on getting another one on this side, along with maybe a couple other things to get big. Maybe some red plants, not really sure yet. Letting that grow out. Whenever I get a light, I like the way that this my crypt parva is doing. It's getting a good growth onto it, even though it took forever. Definitely gonna do a little bit more in that corner, maybe one in between the two rocks, and somewhere else, I don't know. Another plant maybe back there, or behind the bubble filter, just so that, like in this corner, just so I have something, blocking that corner. I want a lot of growth in here. I even thought about replanting some of that Java fern over behind the bonsai tree, but I think I'm gonna put it in my 10-gallon actually. But yeah, that's the first tank with the same light setup. The 3 8.5-inch dome zoom ed clamp lights with, let's see, I'll show you guys the lights that I have. Might not even say. Alright, 100-watt energy saver CFL lights with, there we go, 6500K, 1600 lumens, and yeah. Only bad thing is, I do say, as I've been saying the whole time, the clamps, I like that angle, looking up on everybody. But see, I don't want to get rid of the duckweed, because look at what it does up there. Like, it makes a nice little cover, and it makes everybody feel safe and comfortable. And over here it's got the bubbles. But I'm kind of thinking of replacing it with red root creepers, which isn't going to be as big, and I think a lot slower spreading. But the duckweed's a little ridiculous, yo. just for future reference. Only because I'm having those troubles lighting. And like I said before, I'm kind of trying to do this DIY kind of style lighting. I'm not really trying to get big expensive LEDs. Might be doing it for I might get an LED for the 10 gallon. I've been thinking about it, but I don't know yet. But yeah, those clamps don't do that well. If you don't have them in place properly, they will easily tilt, your light falling into the water. If you catch it, I've been lucky enough to catch it, and nothing happens other than having to replace the light because the light gets very, very hot. But if it falls in at all, I go ahead, reach behind here, pull up let me see if I can show you guys, the little battery, the little switch, turn it off, and yeah, go ahead, take that battery out, or that light out as fast as I can, dry out the socket, and put a new one in, because I do keep a couple down there for that reason. We lost a couple because of that, because of moving them for maintenance, and they end up falling. But yeah, everybody's doing very nicely, as you can obviously tell with all those babies back there. You can see all this debris in my water too, because I added water not that long ago, so everything got jumbled around. Plus all this that the filter blows off. But yeah, changed up the filtration a good bit. That corner you guys have seen with the caves, but gonna do some other stuff. A lot of growth going on. A lot of plants need to be added. A lot more of that S. repens carpet this whole front. Maybe another Anubia on that corner right there, kind of in the same place. Look at those fries. See, they all come out and hang out, not only in that corner, but I'll see them all over the tank in the front, over here in front of the other archway. I don't know what to call it, but yeah, the archway I made. They'll come out here. They'll be out by the S. repens. They'll be everywhere. Nobody's really bullying them or bothering them, and they're not going crazy protective. But she has been bullied her good share, and she now stays either in the corners or something like that. Big guy still doesn't care about anything. Doesn't give a damn. There's the other guy. He likes to mostly hang out in one spot and not move. He's more of a hangouter, not really a doer. That's alright. But yeah, let me pause it for a little bit, and maybe I can get everybody out with a little bit of food out here. Everybody, now that I've got a little bit of food outside. She's of course hanging out with the babies back there. They do have a little bit more movement though. But yeah, see, there's little pellets all over the place. There's a little shrimp I didn't even know about. I mean, a little snail, but it's probably been eaten. What's that? A little bit of pellets everywhere so that the convicts don't bully everybody away from the food, because they will do that. And like I said, that being said, with all the food on the ground, I will leave it there for a couple of days. You can't really see good over here, but I do leave freeze-dried shrimp in here, and these little floating cichlid sticks for the big guy. There we go. They're all on this side, that's why I couldn't find them. But yeah, he likes to go eat on top, so I let him eat on top, and then I let the convicts have the bottom, along with the loaches. The loaches just kind of anything and anywhere, but they're pretty fast, so they're a good match, because they can just get away from the convicts. They don't really care. They're not scared of them. Well, the one guy is, but for generally they're not scared of them. They just hang out. I'm not sure what that is. Oh. That's, of course, the butcher that's over there stuck himself in a corner. I must have scared him with the food. He's easily terrified, if I could say so. Every now and then he'll grab some duckweed instead of food. Maybe I'll see what I can do about merging this one with the other video. Oh, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. That little guy almost never comes out. But when he does, I'm just glad to see him. I don't know if you guys remember, but that left little arm, he has nice and normal. But he's got a little Nemo. Yep. I don't know if you guys could tell, but he's got a little Nemo arm, and it's shorter. When I first got him, it was nothing but a nub in the little bag that I had him in, or that he got shipped in. I'm not sure where he went. Oh, he's on that corner. Yeah, you can't really see him. But he's right there on the edge. Anyways, one of his fins is normal, the other one was nothing but a nub, but it is growing out, and I'm really glad to see that. There goes the other Bachu. He likes to console him, make him feel better. He'll always go over there and hang out with him, depending on where he is. He or she, I don't really know what everybody is. Oop. But yeah, that is the 55 guys update. But yeah, I've got a couple things coming in for this tank and a couple other things that I ordered off of eBay for the 10-gallon. Like I said, still gonna try to get some more plants in here. As you see, I'm slowly updating the filtration as I go. Not really updating, but just changing things up for my new, just trying things out, you know. Don't know what's coming, but yeah. I want another sword over here somewhere, taking up that room. Not get nice and big like that one. There he goes again. Except he will get chased away from the convicts. Like I said, they're bullies right now. There we go. He wants the food, that's what it is. But yeah, if you guys see that little arm right there, was nothing but a nub not that long ago. Look at it compared to the other side. Not big by any means, but not tiny like it was. It's no longer a nub, as you can see. And you can swim around just fine. There we go. There's his little half nub. His little Nemo hand. He's getting used to the camera a little bit more, but he's still shy, camera shy. That's okay. I don't know how well you can see any of those babies right there in the bottom corner of the driftwood. I'm just kind of hanging out. This guy's over here eating away. He's enjoying food time and enjoying the duckweed cover just like everybody else does. But I don't know, I might keep that little corner and just figure out another way to light this other end. If anybody's got any ideas, let me know. Look at that, look at that. He's trying to steal their food, but he will eventually get picked at. Yep. He didn't get picked at there, but he knows what's coming, so he went away. These guys aren't being too aggressive. Where's she at? She was super aggressive the whole time. Especially after she had the fry. But these guys aren't super aggressive, but they do let them know that, you know, it's their food. They try to claim everything. I've heard some people say their Bachirs has been aggressive and tried to eat the other fish, but he's always been good. You know, in the other setup, he's been with my Oscar when I had him. He's been with the gar, the long-nosed gar I had. He's been with the other convicts. So he's seen pretty much everything and kind of been around. But he's never gone after any of my fish. I mean, this is the biggest he's been, of course, but still, even now, he doesn't really bother. He'll nip at people every now and then, but that's about it. Look, there we go. That's what I was saying. They bully everybody when the food's out. Just like when they were breeding. But yeah, convicts are moving the gravel around. Not too much messing with the plants though. Other than, you know, trying to uproot my my S. repens, but they got nice long roots. Liquid CO2 right now, liquid ferts. And that's really it. I'd like pressurized CO2, but I got a lot of things I'm prioritizing right now. Oh yeah, here's the food that I got, that I feed them. There's a freeze-dried shrimp for the big guy. I'll send off these little sinking tropical granules every now and then. There's the floating cichlid pellets, but I don't really use them because I have the sinking ones for the convicts and pretty much everybody else. And then the floating sticks and the shrimp is for the big Bachir. And these two, the shrimp pellets and the sinking cichlid pellets for everybody else. So there's a good little variety, you know, like I said, every 2 or 3 days. And they'll leave a good bit of this down, as you guys can see, but it'll get cleaned up in those 2 or 3 days. Good couple pinches of each of the foods for everybody. But that way everybody gets singled out. Or, I mean, nobody gets singled out and doesn't get food. Everybody gets some little chunks as they go. But yeah, I'll keep the updates coming. And like I said, give me some tips, you guys, about this corner. And maybe, like I said, if I get some good tips, maybe I'll keep the duckweed. But as of now, not doing so well. The light department over here. But whatever. Alright, fish people. Thank you very much, and see you next time.